Hello, you welcome back again to Three Guys Media Network. If you're watching us for the first time or you've been watching without subscribing, kindly press the subscription button and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified whenever we post a new update. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can get married in UAE legally. You know, marriage is between man and woman that agreed to be one, and it's of God, and it has to be done in a proper way according to the law of the land. So in my own case, I will use my own experience when I was getting married, how I go about it, to show you how you can go about it as well. And I'm going to add other information I got from different sources concerning those who want to do it in another way. So firstly, I and my wife, we share the same belief. We are both the same church members. So she is from Philippines and I'm from Nigeria. So to get married in a consulate, we think is going to be complicated. We will need to make a lot of paperwork and documentation than to get married in the church. But my church has no license to seal husband and wife in this country. So with the help of my bishop, we refer to another church, the Church of Christ Anglican in Jabalali, that year back. So when we get there, what are the things do you need to get ready for? What are the things are they going to ask you? Those are the things I'm going to share with you right now. There are some documents you have to have at hand before you start this race, because without this document, I think they cannot do it. So you have to make sure that you have valid visa or resident. Before, it's like either the spouse, one of them must have a UAE resident, but now it doesn't matter. You just need to have a valid visa. So another thing you will need to get ready is that you have to get your NOC of singleness or certificate of singleness. In my country, I got this from a local government. Just tell them you want to get the certificate of singleness. And my wife got us at the PSA, that is Philippine Census Authority. Yes, I think I'm right. So in this letter or NOC or certificate, it will be written that you are single, and if you are divorced, it will be written that you are divorced. They just need this document to show that you are single. It's not that you married you have a husband or wife back home and you want to get married to another one here. They just want to be sure that you are single. So you have to get that along, and you have to go with your passport copy and passport photograph. These are the documentation they were needed from you. So after that, the next stage is that you go for marriage counseling. They will counsel you, they will ask you some questions. I think the counseling is about 3 steps. You're going to do it for 3 times. First time, both of you, 3 or 4 times. It depends on the rules of the church. First time, both of you together. Second time, husband alone. Third time, wife alone. Then the last one, both of you together. But in some cases, because of the time, both of you can go at the same time for the second one. They will interview the wife separate, and they will call the husband in and interview the husband also. They are just trying to get the fact that you are really ready for the marriage, and they will give you all you have to do in marriage. They will explain why getting married is important, the advantage of marriage. They are going to tell you all this one. And after, they will ask you to go. Before the last counseling, they will ask you to go, think about it, try to have time together and discuss about it, so that maybe you want to change your mind or something. They will ask you to pray, fast, whichever way you can communicate, to just to make sure that you are ready for this marriage. So that is the next one. Then the next one after that is planning. They will ask you how you want your marriage to look like. If you want to make it simple, fine. If you want to make it big, fine. It depends on your pocket and how you want to design it yourself. It depends on you. You have to design your wedding yourself. They are just to officiate and to make sure the documentation and the certificate being done, and you receive the blessings from them. But after that, for the refreshment ceremony, it depends on you, and the timing also, it varies. If you want it the big way, the time you spend in the church is different. If you want it just simple, I think within 15 to 30 minutes you'll be done. For us, we go for that a simple one. We just make it a simple way. Then also, you have to pay the fees. So don't think the fees for the marriage, to get married, is a big money that you have to save up to 10,000, 7,000 dirhams like that. No. During my own time, that year back, we paid totally 2,700 dirhams. 2,700 dirhams. The 2,000 goes to the church with the certificate and the ceremonial blessing and everything. And the 700 goes for the authentication from the government. You can say the Dubai court authenticate it, Dubai police authenticate it, and which other one? And attested and sealed by Dubai Ministry of Affairs, and that's it. This one costs 700 with the translation, because during my own time, it's a must you translate it to Arabic. But I don't know right now, maybe it's still the same thing. You have to translate it to Arabic. So this costs 700, and this is our wedding certificate. It costs us 2,000 dirhams. But one thing is that if you're getting married to a Filipino, either you are the bride or the maid, you have to report your marriage in your consulate. You have to report. This is the report of marriage. You can see this is the original we use. This is the report of marriage. You have to do it online, but I think your spouse that is Filipino will know how to go about it. You have to report this marriage, and after you report this marriage, you will get the certificate of report of marriage. These are a certificate report of marriage. After you get this thing, then if your wife is a Filipino, then she can change her surname to your surname. Without this report, you cannot change it on your passport. So you have to change your status immediately you get married. You have this certificate and you have the report of marriage. So how much do we pay? Total amount we pay is 155 dirhams to report the marriage in their consulate. So after you're done with that, good and fine, then you can move on. That is about Christians that have the same belief and different nationality. But if you are the same nationality, maybe both couples are the same nationality, fine. it's better you go to your consulate. I think maybe that would be more cheaper, if I'm right. Just move ahead to your consulate and inquire what are the documents you needed and what are the fees you need to pay if you are the same nationality. And if you are not the same nationality, I think the church one is preferable to make it a shortcut to decrease the paperwork or something like that. Yeah. So, and again, if you are Muslim and you want to get married to another belief, maybe Muslims or other religion, I think in some cases it's complicated. I think it's only Abu Dhabi that is offering that right now. You can do that only in Abu Dhabi among the 7 states in UAE. So in Dubai, if you share different belief, for example, if husband is a Christian and the wife is a Muslim, so it's not allowed. They will not seal you in the Sharia court. It's not going to happen. If the husband is a Muslim and the wife is a Christian, they will employ the wife to change to Muslim first. Before they can carry on the ordination. But another thing in the Sharia court of marriage is that each party, both husband or wife, their age must not be twice each other. For example, if a wife is 20 and husband is 40, it's not allowed. And you know, in the Muslim doctrines, they accept polygamy. So it's allowed for a man to marry up to 4 wives if he can treat them and provide for them equally and have the financial buoyant. The man will show the financial status that is capable to marry 1, 2, 3, whichever one he chooses. It depends on how he can be truthful to them and treat them equally. So this certificate of singleness is void in the Islamic part. But if you are Christian, it's not allowed. But in the court or in the church. But it depends on your country also. If you are getting married in your consulate, it depends on the rules of your country concerning that. Every country has their different laws, so it depends. But from UAE, your polygamy is allowed. And again, is that they both must at least 18 or above. It applies for both Christian and the Muslim. You must be more than 18 or at least 18 years of age before you can get married to each other. So another thing I want to advise or say concerning this is that, so just advise you that you're planning to get married or you are planning how you can go about it. It's not must you make it a big one, a big celebration that you spend thousands upon thousands of dirhams for the marriage. I want you to know that getting married is not something that you have to take loan to do or you have to borrow money to do. You can make it a simple one. What matters is that you did the right thing, you follow the right path according to the law of the land, and the rest is on you to understand each other, focus, save, plan, and work on how to build a good home. I think that should be our best priority when planning for marriage. We should not center all our focus only on that marriage event. We should look beyond that. Oh, we should plan after the marriage. What are the things we have to do? What are the next thing? How are we going to plan our life? You know, this, I think this is important. Spending thousands, billions of money. It depends. If you are financially buoyant, why not? Call me also. I will join you. I will celebrate with you. But if you are still struggling for work and all that, it's better you do it in a simple way. Now you say, with my wife, our love is still like as fresh as it was from the beginning. So I think that is the most important thing. It's not about the marriage itself. There is a thousands of marriage that they spend billions and doesn't last for weeks or months before they go on their separate ways. So it depends on your pocket. But if you are still struggling financially, I will advise you to go for this simple one and pray to God Almighty to bless the home. Another thing I want to say is that there's some people waiting that they have to go home before they can get married. They are planning, getting tickets, doing this, going. Like I said, it depends on your pocket. But if you are not that financially buoyant, just seek the permission from your guardians of parents at home. Do it and get the certificate legally here. And whenever you have chance to go for a vacation, you can do the refreshment. What do you think about that? I think that is another good part of it. Is another good suggestion. If you can do it this way, why waiting? But I will implore you to be sure of the person you want to get married to. Make sure you know each other. Make sure you study each other. Make sure you understand each other. So this is my advice to those who are planning to get married in UAE. I hope you get 1 or 2 points in this video. If it's so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your loved ones. And if you're yet to subscribe, don't forget to press the subscription button. If your subscription button is still red, make sure you turn it to gray. And if it's already gray, you don't need to touch it again. Thanks and God bless. Peace out.